Okay. Adequate notice of this meeting, as required by the Open Public Meetings Act, was provided through the posting, mailing, and filing of the annual notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Town Council on December 13th, 2022. The notice was, on that day, posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, provided to the Westfield Leader and the Star Ledger, and filed with the clerk of the Town of Westfield. Ms. Lashy, may I have a roll call?
Mayor Brindle and council members Habgood, Parmalee.
Here.
LaGrippo.
Here.
Katz.
Here.
Mackey. Here. Contract. Here. Dardia.
Here.
Root.
Here.
Please rise for the invocation, which will be given by Councilman Parmalee, and then remain standing for the salute to the flag.
We gather here today intent on doing good work. We seek to represent fairly and well those who have given us this task. May our efforts be filled with insight, guided by our understanding and wisdom. We seek to serve with respect for all. May our personal beliefs give us strength to act honestly and with integrity in all matters before us. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you have any remarks? Okay, good evening, and thanks to everyone who's joining us tonight, both in person and online. Mayor Brindle is on vacation, and I am presiding over the meeting in her absence in my role as acting mayor. As a reminder, public comment will be accepted in person only, and we are live streaming for viewing only via Facebook. As always, the replay will also be available afterwards on Facebook, YouTube, and TV 36. Before we discuss tonight's agenda, I'd like to briefly cover a few other issues of public interest. As Mayor Brindle mentioned at the last Town Council meeting, a series of crime bills were recently passed by the State Assembly and Senate that are intended to combat motor vehicle thefts and related crimes. Since that last meeting, a joint statement of support was issued last week by 7 Union County mayors, led by Mayor Brindle and some Mayor Nora Radist. On Friday, Governor Murphy signed these bills into law, which is a positive and productive step and one part of a broader solution that this administration will continue to advocate for in addressing car thefts. Recently, Mayor Brindle and Town Planner Don Samet hosted New Jersey Department of Transportation Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Scacchetti for a tour of the One Westfield Place sites as part of the ongoing dialogue with all relevant agencies and stakeholders to optimize the planning process for this project. The commissioner was extremely enthusiastic and supportive of the project and its capacity to make Westfield a more walkable downtown. She, along with partners of New Jersey Transit, are also very supportive of the pedestrian and bicycle bridge that the project proposes to deliver from the Lord and Taylor site to the 9/11 Memorial, adjacent to the existing New Jersey Transit Bridge, to improve safety and downtown connectivity. The town has since submitted a grant application to the United States Department of Transportation through the FY24 Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program to develop a comprehensive safety action plan to directly inform the town's development and growth, roadway improvements, and pedestrian safety measures. A major component of the action plan will be the focus on Vision Zero, which is a multinational strategy program that aims to eliminate traffic fatalities and severe injuries in the community, while at the same time increasing equitable mobility. This action plan would complement the existing bike and pedestrian plan and master plan in order to ensure that all pedestrian and roadway avenues are explored through evidence-based planning for upcoming development. On Monday, the DPW began its summer street sweeping pass through town, which is expected to take about 8 weeks to complete. The crews began in leaf collection zone 1 on the north side and zone 6 on the south side. If you haven't already done so, please sign up for the street sweeping notifications at westfieldnj.gov/town updates in order to move cars from the affected area so that all storm drains can be accessed to help avoid clogging and drainage issues. Tonight we have several legislative items on the agenda. We will vote on a resolution for a purchase of fencing for Windsor Park Playground, which assists us in completing the second phase of the Windsor Park improvements with a new fence around the perimeter of the park. We will vote on a resolution confirming compliance with local finance board rules regarding the recommendations of the town's annual audit. I'm pleased to report that 2022 was another very successful audit report with no formal recommendations made in the report. Many thanks to CFO Scott Olson, the finance office staff, and all of the department heads and staff for managing their respective departments' budgets effectively and efficiently and in compliance with the applicable municipal finance laws. We'll have a resolution to award contract for Adams Fest Beer and Wine Garden concession. This resolution awards a contract after a publicly advertised bid process to Harvest Group, the owners of Adams Tavern, to operate the beer and wine concession at Charlie's Ale Garden on October 21st as part of Adams Fest. There'll be a resolution to award contract for 2023 the various road improvements. This authorizes a contract to P&A Construction Incorporated after a competitive public bidding process to conduct paving of the town's various road program, which was included in the 2023 capital budget authorization. We expect this work to begin in the coming weeks, and the town will continue to send out Nixle alerts each morning to alert residents of the related road work and potential disruptions due to paving project. If you haven't already done so, you can enroll by texting 07090 to 888777. And you can see the full list of proposed roads to be paved this year at westfieldnj.gov/road-improvements. And now I would like to kick it over to Councilwoman Dawn Mackey to discuss some upcoming events.
Thank you, Mayor. I hope that the room is empty tonight because everybody is at the first Sweet Sounds of the season. I'd like to invite the public to attend our annual Through the Lens Photography Kickoff this Thursday night at 6 p.m. New location is the North Side train station near the Christmas tree. The exhibit will feature 60 photos. The theme is motion. And I was out there with a team of volunteers early this morning. They're pretty spectacular. So thank you to Sold Sisters, who partially sponsored, and the Westfield Public Art Commission for their work bringing this to the public. I'd also like to follow up again on Shakespeare in the Park, coming soon, Thursday through Saturday, August 3rd through 5th. Tickets are going on sale in the next couple of days. $10 for adults, 18 and under free. July 22nd, we have something special happening here on the Great Lawn at Town Hall. We have the Massachusetts Middlesex Volunteers Fifes and Drums Concert. 11 a.m., it's 45 minutes. Thank you to resident Julie Diddell for bringing this to Westfield. And lastly, we have Paint the Pond returning to Mindowaskin on August 12th. This is a special event put on by the Board of Commissioners, brought to us particularly by Commissioner Palmieri Muded. And this beautiful event is for special needs families, but the art is there for all the residents to enjoy. Those are the little painted houses that float on Mindowaskin. And I hope to see all of you at some or all of these events.
Thank you very much. That was
Mention one more. The Bike Oasis ribbon cutting is this weekend, right? Sunday? I don't know the time now. So the two Bike Oasis in downtown Westfield are having our official
I
ribbon
think
cutting.
it's next weekend.
No, it's the 16th. I know it's Sunday.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just trying to figure the time. So yes, our two bike oases, part of the grant applications for them required some formality of ribbon cutting. So they've been opened, they've been used, but that'll be this Sunday. Green team members, DWC, Public Works people, other people, just to kind of have some photos of the bike oasis and make sure we get more information out about them. They're really, haven't seen them, they're really nice. Public Works did a phenomenal job installing the equipment we purchased.
They look nice,
And they really, both are different looking, but both are very functional. And the one behind Elmer Street, behind the Rialta there, houses up to 10 bikes under a shelter. The one behind Bavella's houses, I think, 14 bikes. And the one behind Bavella's has a water bottle filler, dog fountain, water fountain. Both have bike repair stations, and both right now look like they've been there for a long time. So they blended it very
In a
nicely.
good way.
In a good way, yes.
Can I just ask, which of the
I think
oases will it take place?
Bavella's one behind Bavella's in Lot 1.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you, Councilman Contract, and thank you, Councilwoman Mackey, for that impressive list of activities. Ms. Lashy, are there any advertised hearings?
Yes, there is one advertised hearing for general ordinance number 2023-26, an ordinance to amend the code of the town of Westfield, Chapter 2, Administration, Article 2, Town Officers and Employees, Division 3, Personnel Positions and Salary Schedule, Section 2-12, 28 Schedule. Any motion to be heard on general ordinance number 2023-26? Please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, acting mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed. Councilman Parmalee, please move for the adoption of general ordinance number 2023-26.
Thank you very much, Acting Mayor Katz. I'd like to move for the adoption of General Ordinance Number 2023-26, an ordinance to amend the Code of the Town of Westfield, Chapter 2, Administration, Article 2, Town Officers and Employees, Division 3, Personnel Positions and Salary Schedule, Section 2-12.28, Schedule.
May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Root. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Council members Parmalee,
Yes.
LaGripa,
Yes.
Katz,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
Contract,
Yes.
Dardia,
I believe I have to abstain because I was not here at the previous meeting. So-
I don't think you have to.
No? Well, then,
Go ahead.
Yes.
Get in there.
and Root.
yes.
This motion is carried. May I have a motion to approve the minutes from the Town Council Conference and regular meetings of June 27th, 2023? Motion by David Contract, second.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Root. Any discussion? All in favor? Yes. Opposed? This motion is carried. Now it's time for open discussion by citizens. Anyone may come up to the microphone and speak to the council on any subject in which the council has jurisdiction. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Wow, okay. Hearing none, I close this portion of the meeting and move to bills and claims.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Quick job.
First time meeting, so I'm new to this.
Well, this is great. This is my first time doing this too, so.
Okay, so, hello, my name's Lauren. I live on Westfield Ave.
Lauren.
Cox, C-O-C-K-S. I'm a 688 Westfield Avenue. I am a recent vehicle stolen victim as of Sunday. Terrible. I will say the Westfield police have been amazing. I know that a lot of measures have been taking place to improve this, but what more can we do? Because it's the time, the money, the aggravation, ripping up my children's things in my car, the emotions, you know. I can't say it wasn't partially my fault, but my vehicle was in my driveway, blocked in by my other vehicle. This is happening weekly, I'm told, so what more can we do? Besides lock our car, they come into the home, they drive on our neighbor's grass, like, you know. So I know that's a very popular topic, but it only happened 48 hours ago, so I'm just kind of here to listen and learn more. And that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, please.
Just, I think it's important, Mrs. Cox, so you heard tonight, Acting Mayor Katz just talked about some of the new laws that were just passed at the state level. And if you probably hadn't been following this until recently, when your car was stolen, the police, and thank you for your comments about the police, but they've really been doing a great job. But what we've been finding is that the legal system is not really being reciprocal when we do our work, and then these people are coming back very quickly, sometimes only days later. So the mayor and other mayors in the county are working hard to get legislation passed so that bail reform laws and those kinds of things that we can actually have people kept for longer periods of time, or obviously not come back, is what we're trying to do. And everything that we're doing internally, police department, resources provided, cameras at entry points of town. The police have a lot more information, but we're only as good as after we capture somebody. If charges are not filed or the prosecutor's office doesn't allow that to be done, we don't really have much else to do. So we're working very hard behind the scenes. The mayor, other mayors in the county are doing that. This council is very supportive of that. And we just had the good news of Governor Murphy signing some things, so hopefully that'll help. That's the first step. And what the residents can do, we've said this obviously continually, is be mindful of your belongings, lock your cars, don't keep your keys in the car, simple little things, but those are things that help this not be a crime of convenience. When they go up and just test doors and doors are open, that makes it easy for something to happen. So those are some of the basic things, but if you haven't been following along, there has been some recent, benefits right now, but we'll see how they work. But the police are doing everything they can, and we got a lot of resources their way, so.
Thank you, Jim. Any other comments? Seeing as there are no further comments, I close this portion of the meeting and move to bills and claims. Councilman Parmalee.
Thank you very much. I mean, just before we start, though, I would also comment, just Ms. Cox, that I think you can be comfortable that this council is doing everything that it can to support Chief Badaloro, just as Jim just said, in obtaining the equipment and the cameras, the license plate readers, and the material that he's asking for, so that the council is fully supporting the police. I think the police are doing an excellent job, as you said. It's one of those things. It's one of the oldest crimes, and the state. Some portions of state law have made it easier to commit. But I think you can be confident that us as a council fully support the police in everything they need and everything that they can reasonably do to try to do what they can to stop or limit as much as they can. So obviously we're sorry that you had to experience that, but just I think you should understand that we fully support the police in that sort of endeavor. Yep. So to move on to bills and claims. First, I'd like to move bills and claims in the amount of $841,252.67.
May I have a second? Second by Councilwoman Mackey. Any discussion? All in favor? Yes. Opposed? This motion has carried. Next on the agenda is reports of standing committees, beginning with the Finance Policy Committee. Councilman Parmalee.
Thank you again, Acting Mayor Katz. I have 9 resolutions to move in as in a package. The first is a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw a warrant for dog licenses for June of 2023. The second is a resolution authorizing the CFO to refund Recreation Department fees. Third is a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw a warrant for second quarter construction officials' state permit fees. Fourth is a resolution authorizing an award of contract for fencing at Windsor Park Playground. Fifth is a resolution authorizing an award of contract for the purchase of turnout gear for the Westfield Fire Department, who I might add helped cover during the fire in Port Newark earlier this week. And we thank them for that. The next is a resolution authorizing the mayor to sign a collective bargaining agreement between the town of Westfield and the Communications Workers of America Local 1040. Seventh is a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign biweekly warrants for CWA Local 1040 employee salaries retroactively effective January 1, 2023. Eighth is a resolution authorizing the town to submit a grant application for lead grant assistance program. And the ninth is a resolution confirming compliance with local finance board rules regarding recommendations of annual audit.
May I have a second? Second by Councilman Contract. Any discussion? All in favor? Yes. Opposed? This motion is carried. Next is code review with Councilman Parmalee.
Thanks once again, Acting Mayor Katz. I'd like to move for a resolution authorizing an award of contract for the Adams Fest Beer and Wine Garden concession.
May I have a second? Second. Seconded by Councilwoman Mackey. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? The motion has carried. Next is Public Works. Councilwoman Mackey.
I would like to move a resolution authorizing an award of contract for the 2023 various road improvements.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Root. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed?
Yes.
The motion has carried. And Councilwoman Mackey would like to say one more thing.
I just wanted to take a moment to thank the Recreation Commission and Department for bringing the first communication boards to two parks in Westfield, Mindawaskin, and Sycamore. If you haven't seen them yet, these are boards that allow people with communication challenges to effectively communicate their needs. And it's a really wonderful project, and the feedback from families who are affected has been outstanding. And I want to shout out resident Lisa Bertone for bringing this idea to the commission in the first place.
And thank you for your work on that, Councilwoman Mackey.
Likewise.
And Councilwoman Root, thank you very much.
Team effort.
I personally, before we get to the motion to adjourn, I just want to say it has been an honor to serve as the acting mayor tonight in this meeting, and I just want to say thank you to the residents of Westfield. And with that, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Contract, second. Second by Councilman LaGripo. All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? This motion is carried. This meeting is adjourned.